Hi, everyone, and welcome to day 18 of the Summer Member Makeover. And I am so happy that you were able to be with us this morning so early. And honestly, I just greatly appreciate it. So today we have JD with us, and we have Donna with us, and we'll see if we have Krista with us because where she is, it's early, like 6:30 in the morning.
Wow.
So anyway, let's get started and let's just chat a tad bit about your wins. So does anybody have anything that they would like to share about wins from yesterday?
Can I say a win from early this morning?
Sure, that's perfect.
Because I'm kind of excited. I've been talking to one of my girlfriends, telling her how simple it was and everything, and I told her that I had been losing weight, but I shared with her this morning exactly how much I've lost in the last 2 weeks. And we're really good friends, so she knows I've had two birthday parties and I enjoy a glass of wine, when I go out and a margarita. And so she's like, I'm just stalled. I cannot lose. And I hate the diet that she's been trying. I said, well, why don't you try this? I'll even pay for you to join me. And so well, what are you doing? I was like, one thing a day. She's like, I'll pay for it. I'll do it. I'm signing up this afternoon. So,
Awesome.
so
Well,
I'm
good.
excited for her because I've seen what a difference it's made, not just in my life, but Janie and Crystal. I mean, they're drinking more water where they never had water. And so it's making a difference for them. And I'll be honest with Janie, I can really see a difference. She's a little bit perkier. She seems to be a little bit happier than when we first started.
I do
And
feel that.
and so and it's showing. So I want this for my best friend. And
Awesome.
so I was real excited when she was like, "Yeah, I'll give it a try."
Wonderful. Well, once you start, you know it starts to work because it really is easy and it does start to work relatively quickly.
It does.
And you're not focusing on food.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, how about you, Janie? I know yesterday you had said afterwards that you had some phone issues. That's what happened there. But you had something you were wanting to share.
It goes along with the having your cake and eating it too paper that you had us
Mm-hmm.
read about. You can have dessert, just be selective. And it went back to a book I read several years ago. I can't even remember the name of it. The author was a woman who was trying to teach women that it's okay to still be feminine and powerful at the same time. And she wrote a whole chapter about dessert. And she said, you should indulge in dessert, but make it ceremonial. Light a candle, sit down at the table, or relax in a chair, put your feet up. But make this dessert an event, not just something to grab and go and, oh, I ate a donut. And that really struck me yesterday as I'm going to start doing that because this program allows us to have dessert. You're not telling us, oh no, don't do that. You're going to ruin everything. So I went and bought a box of Belgian chocolates, which are all dark.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And I thought, I'm going to do this the way she said, and because Kathy says it's okay.
Well, and the thing that you mentioned there is that what I also am teaching is you eat with intention because
Yeah.
that's mindful eating. So when you do it, you don't stand by the refrigerator and eat the ice cream out of the carton or go and pick at stuff afterwards. You actually sit and really enjoy it. You want to savor the flavor so that you know that you're worth it. A lot of times, yesterday, I guess I didn't bring it up, but sometimes people supersize or they buy the extra size because it's cheaper in the long run. Well, it's only cheaper cost per ounce. But, we aren't worth any more just because we ate the whole thing. Our value is always the same. I mean, our bodies. And so we have to be eating with intention, celebrating the fact that we can do it, being grateful that we're able to just incorporate whatever we want and not feel guilty. So thanks so much, Janie, for sharing that, because that is so important. So today, it's, I think, kind of interesting. We're starting early, and our whole topic today is how you start your day does matter. So I don't know if you're one of the 85% of people who wake up to an alarm. I know Donna has said she doesn't. I
No.
usually do. And how about you, Janie? Do you set an alarm or do you just automatically wake up?
No, I fight a snooze button for probably half hour. I bargain with myself the whole time. Well, I'll just pull my hair up today. That's quick and easy. I don't have to do anything to it. Give me 5 more minutes. Constantly snooze button, snooze button.
And you're like 66% of the women. 66% of women hit the snooze button at least once, and often more than once. And what that really is showing us is that actually they say if we have to set the alarm and if we actually are dragging to get out of bed, we haven't had enough sleep. And I know at the very beginning, Janie, you mentioned that you had some trouble sleeping. So I think when we talked about sleep is when you had some trouble being on. But I think it's important that we stop and really realize how important our sleep is. So if we can, it's easier to try and go to bed a few minutes earlier and then get up at the time we want than vice versa. So I think that, sleep is something important, but there's a few other things then that we can do to get our day really running right and better. Because if you wake out of bed and you're really feeling tired and you drag yourself into the bathroom, sometimes it's really hard to feel like, oh man, I'm ready for my day. And they say that only 1 in 7 people wake up ready for their day. So one of the easy things you can do, even almost as you're sitting there, maybe or laying there bargaining with yourself, is think and write down 3 things you're grateful for. And at that hour of the morning, it might be that the sun's up, that I have a car to get to work, that I have a job. I mean, it can be simple things, but if we start doing 3 things, and I know you gals have been doing your wins in the evening, if we're thinking of 3 things and writing them down, because there's that connection with that hand, brain, all of that, making ourselves really feel it is going to take and really help. They have found that when you take and start recording your list of gratitude, even if it's just 3, it can help lift depression. It's been found to be basically almost as successful as people using antidepressants. So it's really, when they find that you start doing the gratitude, it does eventually help with sleep. It's going to also take and decrease pains and things like that. It definitely increases your happiness, and it will decrease depression. But it's also going to help improve self-esteem. It's even been shown to help lower blood pressure just by writing down 3 things you're grateful for first thing in the morning, because it just gets your mood, your day off, into a more positive mindset. And then the second thing is pretty easy, but it sounds easy, but it's not always so easy, is when you go and look in the mirror, instead of having a grumpy face on or like, just give yourself a smile. A simple smile right there is going to boost your mood. It also has been shown to lower blood pressure. It's going to help you deal with stress throughout the day better. And they've also found it makes you a more likable person because you've already started your day with a smile. So it's easier to continue that facial expression. And then the other really interesting part is that they found that people who start their day they end up smiling more throughout their day. They also end up living longer, which I thought was really interesting, because it helps change your brain chemistry to be that more happy, just easier going person. And then the third thing that I like to encourage women to do is just do a quick stretch. And it can just be just a simple reach to the sky with your palms pointed up. But what that does is it starts to help you engage your body. It puts you in your body, so to speak, and you start to recognize it a little bit. And when you do it, it also helps you tend to treat your body with a little bit more respect and tenderness. And you're going to be a little kinder to yourself. So a simple stretch. And then the last one is something you gals have learned right from the very beginning or about the third day, is to have that healthy breakfast. And like you all know, it doesn't need to be difficult or time consuming. It can just be, something that's protein rich, a simple shake, not a bagel, but it's just something that has some protein with it. So when you're starting your day, you really just want to start it off in the most positive way that you can. You want to be positive. You want to take and be grateful. You're going to want to take and start to do those things that help your body feel healthier. And it only needs to take a couple of minutes extra in your morning. So you maybe won't have to hit that snooze button so often. You'll be up and out and ready for work with that smile on your face. So it's just really important that we start to think of the simple ways that we can do it. And I sent you all a tracker. It's not a soup. I mean, it's just for the whole week. Check it off. But but it has a place to write the 3 things you're grateful for first thing in the morning. And I'll be anxious to hear how that all works. So do you gals have anything to add to this or questions?
I will tell you why I gave up the alarm clock.
Okay.
It's because I discovered it put me in a bad mood. That sound just would make me angry, and I would go my day. So I taught myself, if I go, okay, I need to be up at 5 a.m., I count the hours in my head. It's like I preset my alarm clock in my head. I count the hours from the time I lay down. I figure, 15, 30 minutes to go to sleep. Because I'm usually wound up if I know I have to get up early.
Mm-hmm.
So I count the hours, and I usually wake up 5 to 10 minutes before the time I have to be up. So I've just really kind of taught my own body.
And that's what's so important.
So I wake up in a much better humor.
Well, and the good news is that you now trust it, because I almost always wake up before my alarm also, but I think there's that little concern back in the back of my brain that just in case I need the alarm. But even this morning, I made sure I was up and moving before the alarm went off.
I will qualify that. If I have an early morning flight, I do set it just in case, because airlines are not forgiving if you're just a few minutes late.
That's right. That is so right. And so anyway, Janie, do you have anything to add?
No, but I don't trust my brain to wake me up, so I'm gonna have to stick with the alarm.
Well, and that's like most women. And so all I can say is, when that alarm gets up, think about, writing those 3 gratitudes down before you hit the snooze, or, before the snooze goes off again. And it does make a lot of difference. And so I know that Donna said that her friend is looking at still joining. It's never too late. Just go to summermembermakeover.com. Summermembermakeover.com. You will receive everything that Donna, Crystal, and Janie have. And it'll be dripped out to you, so you can just do it one step at a time. And then I just also wanted to make sure and remind people that we're still doing the contest. It's FDF. That stands for Forget Diets Forever. FDFcontest.com. FDFcontest.com. So enjoy your weekend. I have sent you all the trackers for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And Sunday afternoon, I'll be sending you your stuff for Monday morning. So until then, have a wonderful weekend, gals. You are doing amazing. I just greatly appreciate how willing you are to share with everyone else your journey, so that they can actually see it is extremely simple, easy, and life-changing. So thank you so much, gals.
Have a great trip.
And I'll see you gals on Monday. I will.
All right.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.